Hello one and all, we are back. We're gonna play the Urban Empire. The Urban Empire. So yeah, I've been playing a bit more. I have a rough idea how to do this. I didn't make some mistakes in a previous playthrough. So we're gonna start again. I'm gonna play our lovely Shuysky's. They're actually really easy. They start with the largest amount of base funds. Personal funds, so you can endorse a lot of things, which is I find important in the early game when you're trying to make sure everyone gets the most. The green area. What's that? The secondary? No, the primary. The primary source of awesome. So we're gonna choose this. Yeah, and they're kind of the coolest. Like I've been through the storyline because I've been playtesting and experimenting with different ways of playing the game. And their storyline is really fun, I find. And I think the strategy I'm going to do will work generally with all of them. Even tech-wise, you should be able to like overcome your slower start, even if you take your more conservative Filsons. So, there we go. Well, at least this playstyle will work, at least for the Romania location. In theory, it should work for the other ones. You might have to adjust. So we're gonna get going. Sorry, all stretching out. Because we had a concert last night and at work, and yeah, that takes a lot of energy. Maybe not so much energy, but it takes a lot more shouting and head needing to live. And there are drunk people. And alcohol on the floors. It's such a waste. But very unstable. I always found that it would kick off. Like it would like shut at some point. I was not very fond of that. So we're gonna go with our lovely Acularius. Yeah, bitches. So we need to set up the first area. This first area will eventually be an industrial zone. Once we we also want to get rid of these sharp corners if we can. They tend to play merry hell with design. So if you can, try to get rid of all the sharp corners. It will just save you headaches in the future. And you want to try to be the most optimal with your space. So like, that's the thing. You want to be optimal. Okay, yeah, we can't go further that way. That should do. So we're on dense. I personally prefer dense. I find it's most efficient. You might not feel that way, and it's hard to place your institutions later on. Like, but I feel the benefits of having. I would imagine, because all businesses build along these areas. So the downsides, your running costs. In theory, I believe might be higher because you have more infrastructure to put down. I could be wrong. I'm totally fine with being wrong. I haven't digged into the numbers. So this is your standard layout. You have your residential area. These will be mixed. And then you have your industrial. Now, in the beginning of the game, you're going to have an absurd industrial demand. So eventually, we're going to be switching this over to industrial. Once we get the tech, which is the telegraph. This is important. Okay. Confirm. Proposed district. Fall ends. This is going to be industrial. That seems like a pretty decent name. I've never seen that one. So, first things first. We're always going to need more taxes from the people. Now, one thing you'll notice is you are definitely locked out. Well, actually, we need to let a day go. Normally, when you're proposing taxes, the council will generally like allow you to do it if you're in the negative. This monthly budget balance is in the negative. Now, what I've noticed is there is essentially a memorandum on all council stuff in the beginning of the game. So no matter what I do, like they're not going to do it. So if I were to like propose this, it's like, I'd be using way too much goodwill, and there's no point. What I did, however, notice is if you just wait a year, boom, they'll do it. And generally, you haven't built up enough by that year for that to matter. Now, I'm also not going to propose any new districts until we get the telegraph, because I need, for some reason, like the game really accepts changes in industrial, but it doesn't really uptake on residential or mixed commercial. It really does not. So we're going to wait a year, and we'll just let Valand develop nicely along. We're slowly getting up, so it'll take a little while. We're going to speed this up. So unless this has changed, we might be unlucky, but okay. So now we're in January. The year has passed. We should, in theory, be able to pass taxes. So notice how much better this is. So you can generally get away with about, I would say, 13 and 12 for the first bit. Definitely if you unlock certain things quickly. So, oh shit, I always fuck that up. I always hit that button instead. So we're going to put this 13 and put this at 12. So we're going to propose this tax. Look how much easier this is. I only have to like bitch at this guy once, I would say. This guy can just like nudge him. So we're going to do this. We're going to get our taxes straight up. Get it done. It's already pretty much in our favor, but we want to make sure that this bastard doesn't because there's a chance if he's in this against area, he'll start nudging people outside of it this way, and I don't want that. That does not seem fun. But now this should, in theory, pass. Good, we got that out of the way. One thing down. Now what we're trying to do is prepare for the next era in which we get a university. So we're going to need lots of money, and we're going to need a fairly substantial monthly income to absorb its running cost. Family fortune. So we're going to do outside help. So we're going to get the prestige, which will be important when we really want to develop things quickly. Prestige allows us to rush it through, which allows for rapid development, which is actually fantastic. And in theory, I will never have to worry about my personal funds, so I will never have to we'll go over here, service funding, put this up, because if we put this up, our goodwill, our resting point, the neutral position, becomes lower, and it becomes harder to pass laws. And we don't really there's no benefit, I find, other than endorsing and spying occasionally. So, you know, vote modify taxes. So this will, ooh, might not pass. Okay. So we just bitch at people. He's like, vote my way. Okay, that's apparently not working. That worked. So good. So good. Anyway, the law's gonna pass. We're gonna get more taxes. And note, I always notice that the council doesn't change its mind past its initial one. It does seem to when you're district planning. But when you're dealing with taxes, its initial stance on the issue, when you propose it, is generally what it will be by the end, unless, you know, there have been political finagling between the parties. So generally, you want to do it as soon as you can. So now we got extra taxes coming. What does it mean? Well, we're going to have more money. More money, more power. So we're just going to let the dough come on in. We're going to need every cent of it once we start expanding. Basically, we're just waiting for the telegraph to complete, and we'll just let our population develop. This will eventually not have any residential. We're going to move it on over to the newer districts. But we really need is the telegraph. I've never actually figured out which one I like best. This makes it, this gives it a bit of security. That's not too bad. Yep, socialite is nice. And it makes the physiocrats kind of like us, which is fine. Actually, you generally don't have to worry about the physiocrats. They tend to be a pretty strong position of power. and you shouldn't have to worry too much. So yeah, you'll notice that our industries probably aren't going to be doing the best right now, because our taxes are a bit high. But once we start rolling out the bonuses, like gas infrastructure, the railroads, the ports, then we should be okay. Come on, Telegraph. I need to start expanding, and more industry, and more everything. Everything. Now, most people won't be finding this stream live because YouTube doesn't understand that Urban Empire is a game, so every time I put it in, it's like, nah, too bad. I'm just like, okay.
Invention breeds invention. No sooner is the electric telegraph devised than gutta percha, the very material it requires, is found.
Perfect. We got what we want. It also unlocks some more commercial stores, so that will allow them to benefit better. And this is important, this spread selection. So we're going to get gas infrastructure next. Because also important. Why? Because industry takes a lot of infrastructure, like traffic points. Like right now we're doing fine, but you'll notice in the future. So we're going to get the next one down. Actually, no. This one will be up. You are having problems over here, sir. Okay. So this one will be long and narrow. Aha, you say. But do you know why? There is a method to my madness. Basically, what we want to do is we're going to make this residential heavy with a little light mix of commerce. Okay. Maybe not that. I kind of want this one a little bit thicker, I think. Oh, I can see the jokes being made. There we go. Just gonna make it dense. So, it's gonna be costly, but that's why we have money to absorb the cost. And we're gonna making the money back easily. So we're gonna get rid of you. Bring it. I find a nice 80-20. It's pretty solid. Why? These are all mixed areas. So there'll be a bit of residential, like there'll be stores inside of residential buildings, and that'll be great. So we're gonna go. Hit confirm. Everyone's pretty much behind this. We are going to say add a grammar school. Yeah. For now, right here will be good. We can always move it later. And there's usually not as much as a commercial demand. Are they down with the church too? Personally, I would like both. Let's cancel the church. We can put this on later when we're doing more monies. Okay, so we're gonna quick and vote. We want to get this started as soon as possible. I'll edit its name in a bit. And once we get this starting out, we're gonna start switching Thailand into all industry. And then we'll probably put down another district, probably industrial, I suspect. So Bernact is ready to vote on. It will pass. We're just waiting for gas infrastructure at this point. Delicious coffee. Boom, we got a district. That's gonna cost us a pretty penny. Kind of want to modify its name. This bothers me immensely, and we're gonna call it Acularius, because that is who I am. Time, we're doing good on this episode. Confirm. Okay, so Acularius is down. So this is where our immense family fortune comes into play. We do this. What is it going to do? Well, optimal service range is the green that we just expanded, so it will give an influence of +4 personal growth. We need that. Its secondary service range isn't so great, so it's only going to give +2. Eventually, once we put down the church, we're going to modify their funding. What we're going to do now is dirt cheap. Like, so with district zoning, bam! I'm going to get rid of all the commercial. I will bring this down to about 40 for now. This will be max. I'll put this at 40. This is dirt cheap. Use personal funds. Boom, done. More industry in this area. It did kick out the houses, but they're going to move over to Acularius. It's fine. We got a deficit. It's okay. What are we gonna do in the meantime? We're just gonna let this run. Eventually, we are, depending on where the demand is, it's gonna sway rapidly as people move in, have kids. Bow, chicka, wow. So as you see, we're already pretty much at the balance point. Eventually, we'll switch on over, and we'll start making money very shortly. Lack of confidence. Yeah, they can be trusted. Why not? So at this point, I don't really use gaslighting. I just wait for electricity at this point, and I just rely on other things. Like, there's no industry, like some infrastructure businesses like want, and they'll be more efficient in doing so. But really, like, all it's gonna do is like Anglo-Saxon gives, I think, security. Parisian gives you like environmental, and this one gives you like a bonus with the physiocrats, and we'll just do that. And the physiocrats will get more support in the next election. So, you know, that's okay. That is okay. Now we're gonna start up another industrial section. Industry, motherfuckers. Boom. District area too small. You don't say. I'll just bring this out to here. Still small. So we'll just get rid of you and just kind of do this. I don't like these corners. They're terrible. As I said, you want to get rid of them at every opportunity. You son of a bitch. Get rid of corners. If you don't take anything away from this, corners, get rid of them. It just makes it harder. You'll have higher chance of having an illegal zone, and that's just not nice. You bastards. Come on, work with me. Don't get me wrong, I like the system, but it's probably been not enough coffee today. Yeah, I would say. Okay, let's, like industry, you should probably just make it as big as you can. There we go. Move this dense, confirm, boom. Like, we won't allow residential in this one. Even though, like, we technically can't really afford it. But this is going to go through really, really quick. So we want to bitch at these people faster. Make their life hell. Good. It should pass. Go. Technically, we can't really afford it, but we should be fine. We're going to give more jobs. More jobs. Actually, we don't really have a high demand for it. And it'll be fine once people start moving in. Vote is ready. I might have been a bit too eager. I feel like this might have been an unwise choice, so maybe this will be less of a walkthrough and more of me fucking up. Yeah, this feels like I'm gonna screw up. Well, that's okay. Economic crisis. You know why? Hey, Emperor, I'll give you a little bit of my prestige. You give me a shit ton of money. More personal funds. Good. We have more money to work with. Acularius hasn't filled out yet. We're about to get gas infrastructure, and we have a shit ton of money now. So it actually works out, like, for the first bit, because prestige, useful, but it's slow in the beginning.
The porch
People
light
can
is
only
going
have so
out,
many kids.
and I can't see whether it's dark outside or not.
Sorry. Yeah. I also like all these quotes. And it feels like the person who does the voice acting, like, I don't know for sure, but it reminds me a lot of the guy who does Bilbo Baggins. And the name's not coming to me. I apologize immensely. Okay, so we got the two most important texts done. We're gonna get trains. We want our industries to start doing better. And then we're gonna get photography. Why? So by the time we hit era 2, we can go straight into researching this. Right now there's a penalty, so it's not wise. You're better off getting all the stuff in this era first. So we're gonna do that. Boom, we're making money again. all is well. We got a huge amount of industry here. Acularius is about finished up, actually. It's pretty much full. There's still demand for people. So, what are we gonna do? Plunk down another zone. Now this one will be narrow. Perfect. What I'm trying to do is, they typically just match up these streets here. So, you want to keep that in mind. Yeah, there we go. Because eventually we're going to put a relatively small compact district in here. And it will be commercial. Well, largely commercial. I find that it doesn't seem to build so well. Like, this was one of my mistakes in my previous tastes. Is that it did not take too well if you had commercial higher than, I'd say, 40%. So, yeah, it will eventually be a nice, lovely, relatively mixed. But you notice that this is still, like, all mixed areas. When it gets up to 40, you'll actually have dedicated commercial zones, which is fine. Let's just give it gas infrastructure straight up. Yeah, cost some money. We're going to want to give that gas infrastructure everywhere now. Definitely our industry first. Why? So they start performing more effectively. We also want to start giving them roads. Finland is near its limit. And it will once we definitely like switch over to 100% industry. So Acularius pretty much filled up. Notice that school's not so great, so we definitely want to put something here. Strange gift. Tropico. Thank you, Penultimo. We'll give it to a farmer, so it makes our textile industry far more effective. Lack of wine. Since we are an elitist, we can do this one. And that just makes elite bastards happy. So yeah, we're gonna put down this new district where it has gas. Gas. Anyway, so we're gonna modify this district. We are going to just do this change right now. Click and vote. No. I want to use personal funds because it will go through quicker. I apologize if there's background noise. Someone has decided that now is a perfect time to start vacuuming. Okay, so we're going to give it gas and gravel. Like, it's already near its max right now. So we're gonna not do that because we do not have enough. So we are going to just do this. It'll take time for this to build up as well, so that's fine. Now you notice there's not a huge amount. Wow, a huge amount of demand for industry, but once Milton starts building up, the demand will pick up over here. Oh my lord, what possesses people to vacuum? Okay, so this place is good now. How are we doing over here? We're not maxed out, so let's not do its infrastructure yet because that costs money. So we're just gonna give it gas. Normal, and we need to let things build up so the monthly balance evens itself out. Pickpockets of Alland. Yeah, we'll add some more police patrols. Thermodynamics. This will impress the surrounding parties, the ones that want independence, and this will impress the physiocrats. This will make railroad cheaper, and not its monthly running cost, but it will definitely make its upgrades cheaper. Which is great, it means less money that I have to use. So, yeah, see, upgrade cost for an institution is now cheaper, which is fantastic. The other ones I find didn't really add much other than, you know, improve your relationships with party that one or party this one. Anything that's like typically imperial or Austro-Hungarian will impress the physiocrats. Anything that's like, you know, local or Sorelian will impress, you know, the Sorelian parties. The Free Democrats or respective parties like that. The Shuysky family enterprise. So we're just going to delegate it all. It'll give us on the road for progressive. City council is ready to vote, so we are catching up on our deficit again. 2, if we go below again, we can trigger economic crises and ask for more Mula Muchacha from the Emperor. I would rather not, but you know, worst comes to worst, we can do that. So notice how we were pretty close to the 25 here, and this is just getting better and better over time. Milton is filling in still. So really, this is the hurry up and wait part. As we slowly, you know, crawl out of our... I'm calling them a bunch of fools, because fuck them.
Thus, from this slight and very short
there we go. Now we didn't have as much money as we'd like. We can't build this right away.
And wonderful laws of the heavens.
Damn
and
shame.
the nature of winds.
That was my fuck up. So, improve sales in certain industries, nice. Police station, nice. So we're gonna get photography now. Because it's damn important. And we'll lead the way to universities in the next era, and we are now making a lovely amount of money. Place institution, can we put this down? People be down with this? No. But eventually, they will be. So here we go. Now we have limited liability companies. These are one of those special laws, state law kind of things, that will eventually fire. So they generally like increase the demand for social life of this wheel up here. +2 among all citizens, and +4. So notice all this up here. So this is demands will increase. And then eventually it gives you a bonus across all areas. Now this one doesn't actually give you tech. This one doesn't actually give you tech bonus on any of your buildings, but we're going to support it because it makes people happy. Happy people are more efficient. More efficient people pay more taxes. And as the mayor, you want people to be happy, but at the same time you like taxes, because taxes pay for things. Okay. So Milton is fixing up. Now this kind of influences the way this place is going to go. So Acularius is rich in cultural life, space for willing to work hard, good conditions for open factories. So we're just going to go with work hard. So that's going to impress our working class, which is typically what we're mostly going to be, I would say, right about now. So yeah, 21% of our people are the working class. Dim factory life. So look at this monthly income. It is bloody fantastic, people. We can probably put this down and they'll put it through. Like, you don't need the money. You just need a very healthy monthly budget balance and some money in the bank. By the time we vote on it, we'll have it, and it will make our industry so much better. Here we go. So this is what I was talking about. Here's another state law, right to form labor unions. Now it gives like an overall bonus to social life, and it will give bonus brain power to our city hall, which is great because we actually have that. Now our bastards over there are probably going to vote against this one, so we are going to have to tell them the error of their ways, because I don't want them to influence a swing vote in our National Cerealian Party. We've pretty much got that one in the bag, just to check. This one's fine too. Both are in the bag. Awesome. We're actually kind of low on police, but you know, we can live. We're doing pretty well so far, and the less money that I have to spend on services in the beginning, the better, because I can invest in other areas that are very important, like more districts. So, as we see, the railway station, it's gonna lower the sales demand. Like, I don't know why this isn't red. Like, I always feel like this is wrong. This should be green as well. Like, sales demand is what they need to succeed. Like, so this is lower. It means they need less sales being successful to be in order for them to be successful, and then we got this. So our industries are going to perform more effective. That being said, I know I'm live on YouTube, and it's actually a lot healthier. So I'm going to be doing YouTube forever now. Sorry, Twitch, you've just given me too much hassle. And as much as I like you, like you've done me well in the past, sorry. That being said, thank you for watching. It's And we're gonna put an episode here that I'm gonna upload later. And yeah, see you all next time.